Hey, it says welcome back. New class signature weapons and traits, movement nerfs, and so much more was revealed by yesterday's massive leaks from the 72-hour playtest that is currently running for Battlefield 6. If you're new here, hey, my name is Ace. I play every Battlefield game that is still ran by EA until Battlefield 6 launches, so if you want to enjoy some good old Battlefield gameplay and be in touch with Battlefield 6, please consider leaving a subscription, like, and a comment for future content. Thank you so much. I'm reacting to class signature weapons and traits as I'm recording this voiceover, so you will get my genuine reaction about how I feel about them. So let's start with assault. Signature weapons are assault rifles, obviously, and they say faster switching to and from assault rifles. Okay, that's pretty solid. And then signature trait, enhanced mobility. Reduced fall damage, no movement speed penalty resulting from fall, and faster sprint to shoot transition with all weapons. This is crazy. I mean, I'm a person who likes movement, so I'm probably just gonna play assault. And Temporal also added an extra info text on top of this tweet. He said, dual primary weapons in Battlefield 6 aren't a bug. They are a feature called Weapon Sling, available in the frontline path of the Assault class. There's also an Assault ladder gadget to help create new routes, the current signature weapons and traits for each class, and then he just notes this, what we are talking about now. This is crazy. I mean, Assault already looks insane. I mean, we can wield dual primary weapons in Battlefield 6. So, wait a minute. If I have two primary weapons, I never need to be support because I don't need ammo. I mean, I'm just gonna run Ike and I don't know M16 as my primary weapons, so I'm never gonna have to worry about ammo much unless I'm gonna be resupplying my grenades, I guess. Which I mean, I don't care too much about it unless I can resupply a bunch of smoke grenades so I can push. So I mean, if they're gonna stick with dual primary weapons, that sounds a little bit like maybe a balance problem for me if assault is gonna have dual primary weapons. But we're gonna have to see how that's gonna work out. Let me know how you feel about that. That seems crazy strong to me already. Assault, definitely my pick immediately. Anyway, let's carry on to support. Support is medic basically in this game. So they fused medic and support. I'm sure you're aware. You can resupply ammo to yourself and heal yourself at the same time as support. So let's check it out. Signature weapon are LMGs, like in Bad Company 2, experienced with heavy gear and does not suffer sprint speed penalty with light machine guns. I mean, this is cool, I guess, but who is sprinting around with a light machine gun? You're gonna be camped on a post with a bipod for the most part, or you're gonna be holding some cheeky angle on a lean. I don't know if this passive for the LMGs is very useful. I think a better passive would be something that is more striking home with LMGs, for example, less spread on the bipod or less rig or something, with bipods and LMGs is, maybe it's a little bit odd for an LMG to have reduced sprint to fire speed, but whatever. And then they say signature trait, faster revive and drag speed. This is great as medic, faster at dragging down soldiers and faster at reviving them when stationary. This also implies that you can do this to anyone as any class. I'm guessing to your squadmate, sorry. So there's going to be body revive from Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042 returned, which is great. I mean, it makes your squad a little bit more relevant when you can revive each other, especially if you can drag each other. But we're going to have to see how slow you're dragging people when you aren't medic. Either way, I think this is a great passive for the medic. Let's carry on to engineer. Engineer, this is the anti-tank class, signature weapon, personal defense weapons. So it's going to be PDWs like from Battlefield 4, and the same improved hip fire control when using PDWs. This is actually a pretty solid trait. I mean, PDWs usually are a hip fire weapons archetype, I guess, and the fact they're going to be more accurate when using them as engineer makes sense. Like I said, though, in my previous video, where I was talking about the class log weapons, and I didn't say it, sorry, I said it in the comments. I replied to a comment to somebody who was asking me, how was it in BF4 with Engineer? Did you guys use PDWs? And I already answered to him, we really didn't. We mostly used the carbines, which was the non-class log weapons, just because of the way Battlefield 4 was built. It was a very vertical game, which usually had longer engagement distances. So, I'm not going to run with a P90 on fucking Dawnbreaker, right? I'm going to be using AC-52 CQB or ACWR or any of the a bit more assault rifle leaning carbine archetypes. So I really hope Engineer is not going to be cucked here running around with these weapons. But I mean, we've seen two maps. We've seen Abbasid and we have seen Battery. They're very city type maps. I think PDWs are going to find work there. So, and if they aren't, then they're just going to have to balance them so they work. Anyway, let's move to his signature trait, explosive damage resistance. Take reduced damage from explosives. I think this is a great passive, especially if you're going to be repairing tank. So the splash damage you're going to be taking from javelins and RPGs and other vehicles while you're helping your tank, I think is pretty cool. And this is also quite solid if you're going to play engineer a bit more aggressively against infantry. You can run in, maybe you can take a claimer hit and not die or something. We're going to have to see. Overall, This is a solid passive. I mean, it's basically a squad perk passive from BF3 and BF4 flag, but this is solid. We're gonna have to see how much does it reduce. Is it like 40, 50, 90, a million percent? The values need to be seen. And then finally, recon. Signature weapons are sniper rifles, expert marksman who can stabilize aim by holding breath and can rechamber quicker between shots. Honestly, this is probably like the weakest signature weapon I've seen. I mean, he can hold his breath longer and he gets like the quicker bolt action thing, which is just basically a weapon upgrade from like Battlefield 5 and BF4 where you can just rechamber rounds faster. I mean, whatever. You still need to hit those shots, and if the snipers are going to have shit velocities, this upgrade is generally like not very impactful, in my humble opinion. But then he has a very good trait. Aim spotting automatically spots enemies while aiming down the sight. I was watching at some leaks and I was trying to find like this being in play, but nobody was really playing snipers much, so I couldn't tell. I still have to see how strong this is, this aim spotting. Like I said, if he just randomly ADSs across the map and your entire squad is spotted, then perhaps we might have a problem, in my humble opinion. But anyway, this is class signature weapons and traits. Now let's move on to the movement nerfs. This information comes directly from me, so you're just gonna have to take my word from it, and if you don't, then you're gonna have to find the Reddit post yourself where this was showcased, and I also don't know when this nerf happened. Was this at the beginning of Battlefield Labs or in this build? I don't know, I just know how it works now. So the way it works is the jumping and shooting at the same time, like for example we used in Battlefield 5, specifically mostly in 1v1 gunfights, has been significantly nerfed. There is some type of a aiming or a spread penalty when you're doing it now. So there was a clip of a guy jumping around the corner and basically jump picking two guys. He killed the first guy, and then he was jumping and shooting at the same time. Obviously a decent player, jumping and shooting at the same time on the second guy, and there was a pretty severe aiming penalty or a spread penalty when he was doing the jumping and shooting at the same time to the second person. I'm not sure if this is just an animation bug or is it working this way or is it nerfed, I don't know. If you want my opinion, if you're new here, how do I feel about movement? I'm a person who really likes movement. I like Battlefield 5 in general. The movement system in Battlefield 5 is very nice, but I'm also fine with playing a game with no movement. I mean, I'm playing Battlefield 1 for now, Christ sakes. The game has literally zero movement. So I can play either way. I would prefer if it has movement, and if it doesn't, then fuck it, it doesn't. I'll just play another BF1. I'm fine with both. But for the people who like movement, obviously, really much, and you know, it's something that is really bread and butter for the gameplay, this is obviously bad news. So I'm sorry if you haven't heard about this movement nerf yet, and I have to deliver it. I'm sorry. I mean, it is what it is. If it stays that way, we're gonna have to see. Obviously, it's a Battlefield Lab test. We're gonna see what the testers are saying. Allegedly, on Battlefield Lab's Discord, many people are complaining that the game feels too slow. They're also saying the vehicle gameplay is slow as well, with the resupply stations, like the attrition from Battlefield 5 is apparently affecting people a lot. Mostly on breakthrough from what I have seen from screenshots. So I guess we're just gonna have to play the game when it's there and see for ourselves. But for now in Battlefield Labs, they're testing movement nerfs as we speak. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave me a like and a comment if you're a regular sub. If you're new here and you enjoyed some Battlefield 1 gameplay, then consider leaving a sub as well. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.